I just want to take the time to acknowledge how blessed we are to be here into a new year. And 2022 started off rough for me, and it ended up being my favorite year. So, first of all, I'm going to thank you for being here. I'm going to thank you for being alive, and I'm going to wish you continue to take care of yourself. I was the kind of person who would never ask for help, and then I was surprised people wouldn't be willing to actually help if you do decide to ask. So I'm going to hope that you do right by you and that you never ever think you are alone. That's just wrong. We're not as alone as we think we are, and people are willing to be by our sides. You just need to ask and venture outside. So I'm Jisoo. Welcome to this video. Happy New Year, and I really hope you do everything you can to be proud of yourself, just as I am. And also do subscribe to the channel because, well, why would you not do that? Let's actually dive into the video now. You may already be familiar with this build. It is none other than the max strength build, the 700 strength build, which is the max you can go for right now, but with new game plus coming soon, I mean in 3 months, it is still soon. This is going to change. We may have 800, and all you have to do is firstly put on Viters or Viter set. It is the best set when it comes to just strength, and we're not going to benefit from having the chest armor because we don't have a lot of luck, but we're going to, every single time we perform the combo finisher, is going to deal 20% more damage. And when it comes to your enchantments, well, it's just easy. You put on every single thing here, which is going to allow you to have the maximum amount of strength. That's it, right? You just put on random things, and if it doesn't amount to 700, then you did something wrong. So yeah, I'm just going to go through my enchantments so that you can take a look, which is unfortunate. You know what the unfortunate part is? We're not going to benefit from any enchantment set. I mean, yeah, bonuses, because, well, we can, which is unfortunate because we would have been better, but hey, that's what you get when you do decide to go for the max strength build. So when it comes to our grips, we're going to use the Furious Mouth for the axe. You got a strength 63. They could have made it 69, but you know, they are a respectable studio. So I'm kind of disappointed it's not 69, but 63 is still good. When it comes to the ring attacks, just as always, use whatever you feel comfortable with. It doesn't matter. When it comes to the blades, we're going to use deadly obsidian handles. Again, that strength is looking delicious, but we have the chance to trigger rage burst whenever we kill someone using the blades. Again, chances of that popping is kind of low because look at our lucky. It's not a lucky build, but you do want to check my lucky build because that one is disgusting. So when it comes to the spear, we're going to use the Hint of 4 Winds. Strength 34, good, and we also have a concussive wave at the end of our combo, which is it deals a lot of stun damage, so it's there. When it comes to the shield, use whatever you feel comfortable using because no shield actually gives you stat for your strength. No, you want to look for your round, your shield attachment if you're looking for strength. So use the Dauntless Shield, the star, whatever. And for the round, we're going to use a round of purification because look at that strength. I don't think there's any other round giving us strength except that one, but that one is quite low. So 34 for strength is amazing. Definitely do that. Get that round as soon as you can. And when it comes to the Spartan Rage, Wrath, if you don't know, Wrath actually scales with your strength. So the more strength you have, the more damage you're going to deal using Wrath, which is good because we're going to obliterate those health bars with that strength build. Yeah. And for the relic, we're going to use the Talisman of, I like calling it the Talisman of meh, but it's May, I think, yeah. So for 10 seconds, I think you're going to get a bonus for melee damage. And guess what? That damage can also apply to your Spartan Rage. So whenever we pop our Wrath, oh my god, the damage whenever that relic is activated is, again, nasty and quite scary. So that's all for the build, unless you want to take a look at the skills. But yeah, I like using Wrath, it's really cool. It deals a lot of damage, especially with that relic. Here's a look at my skills. Yeah. And also, maybe for Freya. Maybe you're looking for what to put on Freya. I just went for Hex because we're going to deal more damage to hexed enemies, which is always a good thing, especially with this build. and poison is always my best friend when it comes to my running summons. With that said, let's actually dive into what makes this build scary. So, getting some buffs using this build is quite difficult because we don't have a lot of luck. But guess what? We don't actually need those buffs, because just look at the damage I'm doing right now without using anything other than my blade. By the way, I love using the blades, and you should too, whenever you're going for the max strength build, because I think, in my opinion, Flame Whiplash is so nasty. Just look at the health bar. Again, I'm not using anything other than the blades, and it deals so much damage so fast. It is kind of crazy. So definitely use Flame Whiplash with that R2, because it's also very good to keep enemies away, which is always a good thing, right? Like, who's going to say no to keeping people away? And because you don't have many things to you don't have the Bifrost the seal of Bifrost, that thing you don't have it, which is kind of unfortunate, because it's going to deal a lot of damage. I can already see using Bifrost and this build, it should be very nasty, the damage you can deal over time. Quite disgusting, I gotta say. So yeah, this build is you have to rely on yourself, because you have nothing else. You don't have RAM shift, you have nothing. So if you do decide to go OGA, and not rely on anything, this is your build, right? Strength only. And just look at the damage when I actually popped my talisman, my relic. I wish they still called them talisman, but hey, the damage is insane. Flame Whiplash with the relic, for which increases our melee damage activated, is just so much damage that I think every normal enemy could die in 2 hits and 1 Whiplash. And because Whiplash can affect multiple enemies in a small area, you can kill multiple people really fast. So this is what makes this build quite nasty. If you want to use your rage, make sure you first activate your relic. Then you're going to make sure that you deal the maximum amount of damage possible. But of course you can use other weapons, but I just think the blades are the one benefiting the most from this build. Like, it is significantly better than the rest, especially because it's not a proper stun build. So you're not going to get much from the spear, but you're still going to do damage, because again, it is 700, and 700 is nothing to joke with. Like, look at the health bar in 1 Whiplash. Like, wow, this is amazing. Again, I can't wait for New Game Plus, because it's going to be a real test. I can't wait for Give Me God of War Plus, because that one is going to be so good, like so freaking good. I cannot wait. So this is a strength build, and as of right now, it is there's not much happening except insane damage really fast, make them burn. But I'm confident that you may have tools to improve that build in New Game Plus. And people were quite upset about the new RAM shift, but I think there is a chance that we get an enchantment. We could just allow us, just like before, to trigger RAM shift. But I kind of don't want them to do that, because the whole reason why we are able to experiment more builds now is because they're all good, kinda. So we actually are tempted to experiment. And if you just have one build doing everything, like the Berserker set and everything, people may not be willing to experiment. So you know what, I'm good with whatever direction they go for. And yeah, thank you guys for watching the video, and do not forget, life is what you make it. You just need to live, and don't be afraid to make mistakes, right? Don't be afraid to admit that you were wrong, and don't be afraid to actually talk to people and open up. Like, you may be very surprised how easy it is sometimes to lose track of things and people. So I do hope that you do all you can to keep the people you cherish next to you, and do the right things you can to keep those other people away from you. It's very important. Take care of your mental health before anything else. Thank you guys for watching the video, and I'll see you soon. Happy New Year.